So class 8, today we are going to start with the chapter Comet 1. As the name indicates, it's about comet, discovery of the comet. Okay, so which comet? Okay, here is in this chapter, Tatta. He is an amateur astronomer. What is the meaning of amateur? Amateur means it's not by profession, okay, but the person, when the person is doing any work just out of curiosity, just for his hobby, then it is called as amateur. He was an amateur astronomer scientist, and he is observing Dibya Chakshu. Okay, this is the name of the comet given by him. Okay, Dibya Chakshu, he is observing daily from the rooftop of his house. And this finally, when this was, you can say, analyzed by expert astronomers, this has provided him, you can say, worldwide recognition, and he has discovered this, you can say, comet. Okay. So Indrani Devi means name seems to be that of Bengali origin, right? So Indrani Devi, she is the wife. Okay, she is the wife. You know, like wives, they are always annoyed with the, you can say, secret missions of the husband. She's always unhappy that his wife used to sit at the rooftop and he is always observing this comet. He is having like secret meetings with that, you can say, comet. Okay, so in this manner, in a very humorous as well as funny way, this has been explained here, that how he was able to discover that comet. And ultimately, throughout the night, he is sitting at the rooftop, he is observing the sky, and ultimately after observing it, he was able to finally disclose this fact that he was able to discover this, you can say, comet. Okay, and most of the times what happens that most of the amateur scientists, they are not able, most of the, you can say, professional scientists, they are not able to observe these comets. They miss sometimes, but the many examples are there even in the history of astronomy, that many comets, they are being observed by and they are being discovered by amateur scientists. How it has been discovered? It has been discovered because of their, you can say, dedication, the sincerity they are showing towards observing. Okay, they are not missing any night to spend some time talking with the sky. As they are talking with the sky, they are always observing the movement of the stars as well as that of the comets, and ultimately they are able to discover these comets. So let us start the reading of this chapter. Students are still entering. So before you read, a new comet has appeared in the sky and is heading straight. Heading straight means moving straight, and is heading straight for the earth. A head-on collision, which is nearly unavoidable, will mean the end of life on this planet. So these kind of, you can say, news, rumors, maybe they are rumors or maybe these are realities. We have not been able to analyze, because after these rumors, no concrete evidence has been provided whether that rumor was right or wrong. So many times we have also heard in the news, it is said that so and so comet is fastly moving towards Earth, and on that day it will reach the Earth's surface, and ultimately it will have head-on collision. Head-on collision means direct collision of the Earth with that comet. So ultimately, new comet, it appeared in the sky, and it is where it is heading. It is moving straight towards the Earth. A head-on collision means it will directly collide with the Earth, and which is of course unavoidable. Unavoidable means this cannot be avoided, and it will mean, so if the comet will collide with the Earth, what it will mean? It will mean that there will be lot of heat as well as light energy will be produced that would be intolerable for the human beings, and this will mean the end of life on this planet. scientists and religious leaders, they react to this situation in two different ways. And what happens to the comet, this we are going to read in this chapter. So what is the first part of the chapter? Dudatta, he is an amateur scientist. He can't stay away from the keen-eyed, keen-eyed Divya Chakshu for long. So here the main character of this chapter is Dudatta, as I have mentioned on the board. He is an amateur astronomer, not an astronomer by profession. He is not doing any job as a scientist, but he is having a keen eye, means he is having a daily vigilance, he is paying daily attention, or he is trying to observe this comet in the sky for long, whose name was Divya Chakshu. Divya helps him achieve his secret ambition. So it is only by the discovery of this Divya that what happened, that he was able to fulfill his secret ambition. What was his secret ambition? His secret ambition was to discover a comet, and ultimately his secret ambition was fulfilled. Duttatta's wife, whose name was Indrani Devi. Indrani Devi, she wishes he hadn't found the object of his search. So why she wishes so that he hadn't found this, you can say, object of his search? Because she's jealous of this kind of meetings, that because he's not paying any attention towards his wife, but most of the time what he's doing, he's always, you can say, he's always spending time with, you can say, with this comet, that is Divya Chakshu. So it was a moonless night in December. A burst of cool breeze from the window was enough to disturb the sleep of Indrani Devi. So it was a moonless night. Moonless night, you know, Amavasya type, okay, when there is no moon day, okay, and there is no light of the moon in the sky. Once in a month it happens. It was a moonless night in December. So it was the month of December, you know, it is the coldest month, and too much of cold weather prevails there. So a burst of cool breeze, burst means strong current of cool breeze. It enters from the window, and it was enough to disturb the sleep of Indrani Devi. She was sleeping, okay, but the cool breeze or the cool air that entered from the window was disturbing her sleep. And this kind of, you can say, sleep, it was of course enough to disturb her during this cold weather. Half awake, she felt for the adjoining pillow. Although she knew the answer, Dudatta was not there. So half asleep means she was not completely came out of her sleep. She touched, okay, the adjoining pillow, means it was a double bed, and she searched for her husband. But she knew that her husband wouldn't be there. Okay, why he wouldn't be there? Because he would be out. She knew that on the rooftop. So he has gone to hobnob with that wretched Divya. So what is the meaning of hobnob? Hobnob means, it means secret meeting. What is the meaning of hobnob? Means secret meeting. Okay, why secret meeting? Because it happens only at night, and this is ironically she is telling this, okay, that she knew that her husband has gone to hobnob with that wretched Divya. She knew that her husband has gone to have a secret meeting with that Divya. So here Divya is not a girl, not a woman, but what it is actually a comet. That was his passion. At least he might have bothered to close the door. Oh, finally, but she thought that really, I'm thankful to him that he has closed the door. Otherwise, the complete room will be filled with cold wind. Even as she muttered her complaints, Indrani Devi could not repress her smile. So while she was thinking about all this, and she was not able to repress, means to control her smile, because this is of course funny for her that her husband is spending time with that comet. She knew how utterly oblivious her husband, oblivious means not in sense, or you can say forgetful, oblivious, Means forgetful. Okay, so what is the meaning of oblivious? Oblivious means forgetful. So, she, so she knew how utterly oblivious her husband was of the practical problems of living. So she knew that how forgetful that her husband is always forgetting about the practical problems means of life, what various problems one faces. Didn't his doctor tell him to take special precautions against cold? She was thinking, even the doctor has told him to take special precautions against cold, and why he is not taking. But he wouldn't remember to put up on a sweater if it was lying on the bedside chair. So she thought that how forgetful he is, that he is not remembering to wear a sweater during this cold weather as he is going on the rooftop, and he rarely bothers that the sweater is lying on the bedside chair, the chair on the side of the bed. How could he when Divya had put her spell on him? So, how could then she thought, how could he remember? Because now the magic of Divya will be cast upon him. Magic of Divya means that he will be completely engrossed and completely, you can say, interested in that comet Divya that he is observing in the sky. So, here two meanings we have learned. So first meaning that we have learned from this chapter is hobnob. So what is the meaning of hobnob? Raise up your hands. What is the meaning of hobnob? Yes, hobnob, Japuji.
Spend time together.
Secret meeting.
Secret meeting. And another one is oblivious. What is the meaning of oblivious?
Forgetful.
Forgetful.
Forgetful. Okay, when the person forgets or is not completely in the way to remember anything, it means he is turning oblivious, right? So she picked up the white woolen pullover, wrapped herself in a shawl, and made her way to the roof to break up his tete-a-tete. Okay, what is tete-a-tete means? Again, it is private meeting. Tete-a-tete means private meeting. So two new words we have learned, tete-a-tete and hoplock, which means secret meeting or private meeting. To have a tete-a-tete with Divya. So finally she thought, I should go upstairs to provide my husband woolen pullover. So she picked up that woolen pullover, wrapped herself in a shawl. She put the shawl around her shoulders and she had made her way to the roof. She has gone upstairs to the roof to provide her husband that pullover and to break up. To break up means to interrupt that secret meeting that was going on between her husband as well as the comet in the sky. So who is Divya here? Who's Divya here? Yes, who's Divya is here in this chapter? Yes. Who's Divya?
Ma'am, Comet.
It's a comet. Okay, it's a comet. So why, if I ask you that why Indrani Devi's husband have a secret meeting with Divya? Why he always have secret meeting with Divya? Why he always have secret meeting with Divya? Yes. Why he has secret meeting with Divya? Who will tell? Now make your guesses. Don't worry. Whatever the answer be, why he always meetings? Wait a minute. Yes, Japji.
To complete his secret ambition.
To
complete his secret ambition.
to fulfill his secret ambition as he was an amateur astronomer or scientist, and moreover the comets are only visible at night. Okay, and It is for this reason that he has to have a secret meeting, means he never wanted to disturb anyone in the house also, not even his wife Indrani Devi. So why Indrani Devi was always annoyed when his husband is going at rooftop to have secret meeting with Divya? Why Indrani Devi is annoyed?
Because she was jealous.
She was jealous, and moreover, her husband was oblivious in nature. He was forgetful in nature. He's not taking care of his health. So, in spite of taking rest, he is always spending most of the time at the rooftop at night. Okay, clear? So, next, she has gone to the rooftop. Then she found them both huddled. Okay, together eye to eye. Huddled means it is actually gathered. Huddled is actually gathered. Gathered. Huddled eye to eye means having complete eye contact with each other. How eye contact with each other? Because the Tatta was looking at the comet with the help of telescope, right? So it is like this. Okay. Now, when Dutatta acquired this telescope, he was so thrilled. Thrilled means excited. He was so thrilled that he called it Divya Chakshu or divine eye. Okay. So ultimately, so what happened that he was, okay. So when he has got this, you can say telescope. So what he felt that it is, he was so excited and he called that telescope as Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu means divine eye. Okay. So to Indrani Devi, the telescope was a designing woman who had ensnared her husband. Ensnared means trapped her husband. Okay. Here. Ensnared. Ensnared means trapped. Trapped. Okay, ensnared means trapped. So what she thought that, just a moment. So what she thought that when he has got this Divya Chakshu, means this telescope, she thought that it is like, it's not a machine or it's not an, you can say instrument, but she thought it is like a woman, okay, who has ensnared, who has trapped her husband, because just out only means he enjoyed only spending time with that, you can say instrument, nothing else he remembers. So this is the reason she thought that her husband was not devoting time or not spending time with her, and it is just because of this reason she was feeling jealous and annoyed. So she just called it Dibya and the name stuck. So finally, what happened? So she started calling that telescope as Divya. Divya, and ultimately this was the name for this telescope. To Dutatta, the telescope marked the fulfillment of the ambition of a lifetime. But to Dutatta, what this telescope means? This telescope means fulfillment of the ambition of a lifetime, means he wanted to fulfill the ambition of his lifetime. He wanted to fulfill his desire of a lifetime. He wanted to have secret ambition. And what was that secret ambition? The secret ambition was to discover a comet, and he wanted to discover a comet. So as an amateur astronomer, he had longed for enough money to buy a good telescope and for enough spare time in which to observe the heavens. Yes. So, as he was an amateur astronomer. So, what is the meaning of amateur astronomer? Just raise up your hands. What is the meaning of amateur astronomer? Who will speak? Who will tell me the answer that what is the meaning of amateur astronomer? Yes, Harshita, can you? What about my other students? Yes, Somil, Rhythm, Kritika, Pragati. Yes, who will tell me?
Amateur is not very professional.
No. Yes, not very professional, of course. Okay, Rhythm, yes, your opinion?
मैम नो मैम मेरा भी यही है कि वो प्रोफेशनल नहीं था,
Means not.
उसकी हॉबी थी।
Yes, when a
तो
person is doing any work just out of his, you can say, curiosity and as an hobby, it means not for money. Okay, he's an amateur. Okay, suppose you are learning playing violin, means you are an amateur violinist and you play. Okay, means this is not your profession, just out of hobby and your interest, you are learning it. Okay, fine. So, as an amateur astronomer, he had longed for enough money to buy a good telescope and for enough spare time in which to observe the heavens. So, he was an amateur astronomer. He has a keen, you can say, desire to observe the heavens. Here, what heavens means? Heaven means sky. Because at night, when the sky is glittering with stars, how beautiful the scene seems to be. And it is often called as heavens. It was his desire to observe heavens. He got them both when he retired with ample money. So, what was his strong desire? That first is he should have enough money, and the next one is that he should have spare time to observe the sky. So, finally, when he got both these things, money as well as time, when he got retired, he got enough money. Ample means enough. He got enough money as well as he has got spare time to observe sky. And the telescope was duly installed, and long were the dark nights that Dutatta spent star gazing. So it is, of course, you can say during that time that the telescope, it was installed at the rooftop. There it was fixed at a particular angle, and Dutatta, he was spending most of the night time by observing the stars as well as the other heavenly bodies in the sky. And at least Indrani Devi thought so. And at least Indrani, again in a mocking way, means funny, you can say satiring way, he said that finally Indrani Devi should think that he is actually observing the stars. Right? So, what are the two main things that Dutatta wished to have, or what was the strong desire of Dutatta? Yes, give your answer. Yes, Japji.
Ma'am, to
Time
achieve the
and
secret,
money.
Yes.
ma'am,
Time
to
and
achieve
money.
that ambition.
First of all, his keen desire was to own a telescope. And for that, what he needed? He needed ample money
Money.
and spare time. So when he got both these things, or when his desire was fulfilled, when his desire was fulfilled, yes,
When he got retired.
when he got retired. And how his desire was fulfilled when he got retired? How his desire was fulfilled when he got retired?
Because
Ma'am,
he
when
had
he got
got three
ample money to buy
telescopes.
a telescope.
Yes, he got telescope, enough money as well as spare time to observe the stars in the sky. So, let us see this page, next one. Students are still entering. I don't know why. What happened? Fine. Now, here put on the sweater, or do you want Nabeen Babu to order bed rest tomorrow? Now, she has gone upstairs and she has told her husband, wear this sweater. Otherwise, Nabeen Babu, the doctor, he will order you to take bed rest for tomorrow, like every other amateur astronomer. Dutatta had a secret ambition that he would one day discover a new comet. So, like any other amateur astronomer, what was the wish of Dutatta? That he wanted to discover a new comet. Yes, for comets can be new, coming as they do from the remote corners of the solar system. So why he wanted to discover a new comet? Because he knew that coming of comets is not a rare, it's of course a rare process, but new comets keep on coming to the universe, the sky, as they are the part of the solar system. Like planets, comets also orbit around the sun, but their orbits are highly eccentric. So, like planets, now as planets move around the sun, similarly the comets, they also have their orbit around the sun, but what actually they want, but actually their orbits are eccentric. Eccentric means not so clear how they are revolving. So once in a while, a comet comes close to the sun. It has a longish tail and is lit brilliantly by the sunlight, and then it recedes into darkness, not to be seen again for years or for centuries. So when the comet is coming from the sun, okay, so there is, you can say, a long tail, okay, this is visible, which shows that it is a comet. This is means, what is this? This is ejecting lot of heat and light. Why it is ejecting lot of heat and light? Because of the gases that have been given out by the friction of air as the comet comes or moves through the atmosphere. So finally what happens, that this comet, it has this kind of long tail, okay, which is visible to us, and with this long tail we are able to diagnose that these are of course comets. And finally it can be seen only a short period of time, and later on these comets, they recede back, they move back where, into the darkness, and we are not able to see them. You know, Halley's comet, after how many years it is visible? Halley's comet, no, anybody knows? 76 years. So you can also find some interesting facts about comets, and tomorrow I will also come with 2 or 3 facts and we will discuss. Okay, so that's all for today, and tomorrow we will continue further.